This video is actually sponsored by you wearing a mask. You should do it. It's sexy, it's hot. So fucking hot. It's so hot, it's so uncomfortable. Literally so hot when you wear them, like you're breathing in your own fucking hot, nasty air, y'all. And you wanna know what's more disgusting than wearing a mask? Having to see your damn face in public. I don't wanna see your face. Please don't make me see your face. I mean, come on, people with bad jawlines. Our time is now. Step up, cover that shit up, take advantage. Hi, I know it's been a little bit. It feels like nothing has happened, and yet it's been like 4 months, I think, something like that. But that's because literally nothing has happened. Nothing is going on, and yet everything all at the same time. Obviously the pandemic is still raging on, even though people are pretending like it's not. That's fun. And then everything going on with the Black Lives Matter movement. I was really glad that I got to attend a couple protests that were mostly peaceful in Kansas City. So that's been a really big part of the last couple of months for me, other than the regular everyday what everyone's kind of dealing with thing with this pandemic. I got a job at Chick-fil-A for a little bit, for like 2 months, which was a big huge regret of mine for a lot of different reasons, but that's a whole different video that I'm not really going to touch on in this one. But you're probably wondering, probably not, but you did click on this video for a reason. I'm moving to Atlanta. I'm actually in Atlanta right now. I'm in my hotel room, and God, it's crazy. I can't believe that I'm actually doing this. I've been, you know, taking all the proper precautions and everything, you know, social distancing, definitely wearing my mask everywhere out in public, but I'm also still getting to experience Atlanta and check out the different neighborhoods and everything. It's kind of hard to, this is going to be a hard move anyways, and then let alone trying to figure out where I want to live when I don't even know what any of the different places feel like or anything. I'm well aware that this is not the smartest time for me to be making this move, but in a way, like, my hands are kind of tied. My lease in Lawrence ends on the 31st. I did have the option from my mom. She offered for me to move back to Topeka. She bought this apartment building there that she's been working on. It was built in like the 20s, and it kind of looks like it hasn't been touched since then. I feel that. Sorry. A little lonely. Anyways, she really graciously offered for me to live there in one of her studios, and then I'd be like working and saving money and everything. It sounded like a really good option for a little while because I'd move back to Topeka and I'd be saving money and everything, but I technically don't have my degree yet. So I wouldn't be able to be hired by anyone who requires a bachelor's degree. That would probably mean that I was still going to be having to work at Chick-fil-A, and that was an experience to say the least. So anyways, I wouldn't be able to get hired anywhere that was going to be able to pay me and make it worth it for me to be sticking around there, and then, you know, I'd be looped into this job. Anyways, so to get back on track, I moved to Topeka, and then what? I'm in Topeka and I'm working and I'm saving money, and then my window of opportunity kind of closes because we move into winter and the virus starts spiking again. Things truly close down again, because I mean, right now we're kind of being forced to move on with the rest of our lives even though the pandemic rages on. Capitalism is pretty cool. The virus isn't gone by any means, but if there was ever going to be a time for me to be moving during a pandemic, it kind of seems like now. I mean, cases in Georgia are rising again right now, but I also feel like that has to do with us opening up too early. Like, Georgia was one of the first states to start opening up like everything, nail salons, bars, whatever. That made me a little hesitant on moving here, but also at the same time, the pandemic, it's a pandemic, it's everywhere, you know? What the fuck was that sentence? Anyways, in trying to make this decision, I just thought to myself, you know, if I move back to Topeka, when would be my cue to leave? Would it be in the spring? Would it be whenever the virus dies back down a little bit again, whenever that would be, or would it be the vaccine, which could be for another couple of years? And I just kind of started spiraling a little bit with that. Anyone who knows me knows that I've talked about leaving Kansas for a long time now, especially in the realization in the last couple of years that I don't want a career in medicine and I don't want a career in science. There's just not the opportunities in Kansas for me. And so I always knew that I would have to leave. And one of the biggest overwhelming feelings that I've had this whole time is feeling like everything's on pause and like I'm not able to move forward anymore. And I felt that even before the pandemic. There just aren't opportunities for someone in the arts in Kansas like there are other places. And so I was kind of trying to build some sort of timeline for me to know when it would be okay for me to leave, when it would be safe. And I kind of realized that it was always going to be a risk for me to leave, and that if I was looking for safety, then I should just plan on staying in Kansas and get a job that I know will provide me a steady income, or maybe continue on with studying biology. But if there's anything that I've learned in the last couple of years about myself, is that I don't value security as much as I value myself. I was telling someone about how I came to the decision that I wanted to do this. I, was talking about how I felt like I was already letting myself down by not even giving myself a chance to do anything. And he was like, whoa, that's deep. And I was like, well, I kind of need to have a good reason to completely uproot myself and move across the country, or not utilize the degree that gave me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of debt. So once this does go away, and I'm already here, then I'm gonna be ready. And I'm gonna be pushing myself in other ways as well. Because if I am away from all of like the familiar things and familiar faces and people, I'm gonna be pushing myself to like meet other people here, make connections, hopefully work harder on actually producing my YouTube channel and not just posting a video every like once in a blue moon, For fuck's sake, I have 4 videos on my channel in 3 different hair colors. That's how long I've been taking in between each video. What I mean to say is that I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone. I'm pushing myself away from a place of complacency. I really hope that something good comes from all of this. I kind of have to like hold on to that. I don't want to lose a sense of direction and enthusiasm when I'm this like new into my career. And into kind of starting my own life. And I feel like moving somewhere far from all the things I've ever known is maybe a good way to light a little bit of a fire under my ass. I'm kind of not wanting to make a whole lot of more like serious, ridiculously serious, stupid videos about my life. For one, I don't think anyone cares. But for two, it's I keep fucking saying that this isn't what I want my channel to be, and then I just keep making more videos like this, so I don't know. Anyways, I just thought I'd give you guys an update on what I'm doing in my life right now, since it's been a little bit. I hope you guys are all doing okay. Make sure your friends are okay. Like I said in the beginning, wear your masks. If you would, I would love it if you would like and subscribe. I will be trying to stick to a little bit of a posting schedule, and if I include it in this video, then I might stick to it more. So I'm gonna say Sundays, because that's when I've posted a couple other videos on before, but it doesn't really matter when you only have 4 videos on your channel and you say that you'll do something, because no one's really withholding you to that, right? Because what? Are you gonna be mad at me? All right. I don't know what I was gonna say. Have a good one. Good night. It is what it is.